I'm switching to the front. That way you can see me just handing the camera straight across.
Very nice. Yeah, they really
I try.
do a good job.
I'm just starting, so.
Okay, so we can slow down the music.
Good evening. You may be seated. My name is Michelle Zeltner, the undergraduate program chair and co-interim associate dean of the Ruth S. Coleman College of Nursing and Health Sciences. On behalf of the college and Cardinal Stritch University, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of our guests that have gathered here tonight to honor and recognize the hard work and achievements of our spring 2019 graduating class of the Ruth S. Coleman College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Please take a moment to ensure that your personal devices are silenced, and please feel free at any time to come forward to take as many photos as you wish. I would like to introduce you all to our distinguished platform party tonight. First, we have Kathleen Reinhardt, the president of Cardinal Stritch University. Next, we have Dr. Dan Schultz, the vice president of academic affairs. We have Dr. Christine Miller, the interim dean and associate professor. Next is Lauren Gronsky, associate professor. And Julie Lepianka, assistant professor. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the rest of the Ruth S. Coleman College of Nursing and Health Sciences staff and faculty team that are here tonight. Please stand to be recognized. Faculty and staff, and our advisors. Okay, I would first like to introduce Amanda Umar, a member of the graduating class, who will provide tonight's invocation.
Good evening. Loving God, keep reminding us that true joy is hidden in compassion, which is the keen awareness of the interdependence of all creation. Open our hearts and minds to the fact that we are all created by our loving God. Help us to share our strengths, our gifts, and hopes with one another. Help us to always rejoice in our shared humanity and continue to deepen our sense of compassion and responsibility for all of creation. This Franciscan value invites us to serve and care for the poor and oppressed, work for justice always, take responsible social action, and offer unselfish service wherever we may be. Our challenge is to say yes to this value in a spirit of goodness that is inclusive and diverse, as St. Francis and St. Clare of Assisi did so many years ago. To say yes to a sense of compassion with kindness, sharing our gifts and talents at Stritch and elsewhere. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Kathleen Reinhardt, president of Cardinal Stritch University, who will provide a congratulatory message to the graduates on behalf of the university.
Good evening. Welcome to our graduates. We are so proud of each of you. to all of your family and friends who are also extremely proud, relieved, joy-filled, ready to see you blossom in your profession. On behalf of the entire Stritch community, we congratulate you. And I would like to take a moment to also introduce members of our Board of Trustees who are here and also want to express their congratulations. So would the members of we have some of the members of the board with us. Would they stand, please? Tonight we celebrate each of you. The award of your nursing pin marks a transformational moment in your educational journey as you move from student to a member of one of the most critical of society's professions. I have had the honor to work with nurses at many different colleges and universities for more than 20 years and have a very deep appreciation for all that nurses do. As I was preparing remarks for this evening, I took some time to review a number of writings by nurses. Nurses who practice in all areas at all levels of experience, looking for an answer to the question, why do nurses love what they do? Consider the following recollection from a nurse named Shane Holgerman. "He's VFib," a nurse yells out. Our hearts pounded as we shocked the 29-year-old police officer John for the third time. He'd been in a motor vehicle accident a week ago and on our ICU unit ever since. The staff had become quite close to the recent newlywed and his family. Yesterday it appeared he was making progress, opening his eyes, squeezing hands, still unable to talk because he was intubated. His nurse this particular night had a funny feeling something was wrong and called the intensive care resident to evaluate him. Upon the resident's arrival, the patient started to bleed from the mouth and then went into ventricular fibrillation. I spiked the 5th unit of blood to be infused. Another nurse performed chest compressions. Another nurse administered multiple epinephrines. The 4th nurse was recording, and the 5th circulating the room. A silence fell, and we all knew our efforts were futile. John was dead. We fought back the tears. It was time to stop. The physician pronounced the young man dead. No one said a word, but quietly we prepared the body for the family. Our energy could no longer be focused on the deceased, but rather on the grieving family. Our tears were genuine, our hugs were that of comfort, and our apologies sincere. We were nurses. Florence Nightingale had a calling to do God's work. She stated, "The highest honor is to be God's servant and fellow worker." She entered the profession at a time when her family and society viewed nursing unworthy. I wish I could say I originally had a similar calling as Florence, but the truth is I became a nurse through the encouragement of my mother after dropping out of university. In nursing school, as one of only 2 men in the program, though we have a couple of gentlemen here who know that feeling, as one of 2 men in the program, I often felt isolated, but it wasn't until I started practicing that I discovered I had a deep-rooted passion to make a difference in people's lives every day, which can only be achieved through caring for them. And after many years of practice, I can say with complete confidence that this is a universal desire in all nurses, regardless of ethnicity, sexual orientation, and gender. I know each of you has had at least one experience in a clinical setting or in the classroom that crystallized for you why you have committed yourselves to a career in nursing. For each of you, those experiences involved the ability to instill a sense of hope, compassion, and comfort in your patients and their families. We as a society need you. with all the hope, compassion, and comfort that you can bring to your work each and every day. As a university, we are so proud of what you have accomplished to get to this moment. And we know exactly how hard you worked to get to this moment. In addition to all of your academic accomplishments, I would like to share with everyone here some additional interesting information about some of our graduates in the room today. Several of our graduates are athletes. Elena Weinborn, of course. The basketball player, Pam Shiplet, long distance runner. Maria Stapelhar, golf. Katie Golubowski, soccer. Katie Golubowski also is the first BSNT graduate to double major in Spanish and nursing, earning this year both a BS and BA degree. Matt Zietlow participated in Stritch Theater and concert choir productions, and we will really appreciate Matt in a little bit here. We have two sets of siblings, so sibling rivalry might have been interesting during this process. Two sets of siblings, Maggie Rose and Ben Hiltz, are twins. Maggie has served both as a peer tutor and supplemental instructional leader. Emily and Matt Zietlow are brother and sister. Emily and Matt also have a younger sister in our program. Two of our graduates are from Africa, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time if I mispronounce your name. Anastasia Kadunyi, whose home country is the Congo. And Diane Sojahinde's home country is Benin. Casey Kwiatowski is the first nursing graduate to combine both a nursing major with a religious studies minor. Holly Mallett served as the manager of the Bean Coffee Shop, a very important location, and was also a valued member of the Leadership Development, Reflection, and Service Initiative, the LDRS program. And 16 of our students were in the accelerated pediatrics and OB courses in the summer of 2018, which means they are all now graduating a semester early. And so you are ready. The very talented, dedicated members of the nursing faculty have done everything possible to prepare you. I would ask the faculty to stand once more. Everyone please take a look at the members of the faculty and acknowledge the fact that they have prepared your sons and daughters for excellence in the nursing profession. Faculty. The university has done all it can to provide additional academic, extracurricular, and spiritual support. The pin you received tonight, which is very small and simple yet very profound in its meaning, serves as a traditional rite of passage into the profession. It is a symbol of your work and dedication. Please wear it proudly. May all your professional dreams be met. May you find a sense of personal and professional joy and fulfillment in the hope, comfort, and compassion that you will share with your patients and that you will model for all of the colleagues with whom you work over time. Congratulations from all of us at Stritch. We are so proud of you, and we wish you the very best. Thank you.
Next, I proudly welcome Joe Ernst, a member of the graduating class, to the podium to speak on behalf of his classmates.
Good evening, everyone. As you know, my name is Joe Ernst. I just want to start off by thanking my family, friends, professors, and staff for helping me through nursing school. Without the support and encouragement that was provided, I would not have been able to make it this far. I'm sure this goes for everyone else in this nursing class as well. It is because of the inspiration and guidance provided to us that we are here tonight. Please take a moment to think about the individuals who are no longer with us that would be very proud of the accomplishments that we are celebrating here tonight. As I stand here in front of you, I can honestly say nursing school has probably been some of the worst years of my life. Studying for a couple days in a row, staying up till 3 in the morning the night before a huge exam. Finding the time to sleep and take a break before continuing on with the endless list of tasks that need to be completed. Just when I finally thought I had caught up, the list would start all over again. Going to clinical and being the CNA, the PT, OT, RT, and the housekeeper. All while playing the role of a student nurse and trying to learn the position of an RN. Smelling some of the worst smells of my life. And seeing some of the weirdest, but also the coolest things imaginable. Towards the end of clinical, we'd be doing all this, as well as relearning the majority of the tasks that we already knew from our jobs. And the worst part is, we didn't get paid a single penny for it. So I asked, why did we want to become nurses? Why would anyone put themselves through all this just so we could graduate and do this every day thereafter? It is the passion of caring for people and the commitment to improving people's health and lives that took us on this journey. My interest in nursing was sparked when my cousin was continually hospitalized for an extended amount of times at Children's Hospital at such a young age. During these times, I was able to observe and interact with the nurses caring for her. I saw firsthand how having a great nurse caring for your loved one could greatly improve the outcome of not only the patient, but the patient's family as well. After this experience, I knew I wanted to do the same for others. I wanted to be the difference between the nurse that gave okay care and the nurse that gave exemplary care. The difference between memorable care and the care that could influence others to do better, to care more. No matter what your reason for entering the nursing field is, there was a passion within you that made you want to become a nurse. And that has brought you this far. It is important to never lose this passion, for once it is gone, it is easy to lose the caring touch that we all have. It takes commitment and persistence to become a nurse. It takes a special person to become a great one. The scary truth about nursing is no matter what we do, we are always going to have an impact on every individual that we come in contact with. With every decision that we make, good or bad, we will affect others. These may be life or death situations, they may not be. They may just be offering words of hope or doubt, joy or despair. It is passion for the profession that makes the nurse special. When we care for our patients, having the passion of the nursing profession will show. Even though our efforts and our sacrifices may not always be recognized, or other professions are given the recognition for the work that we do, it should not matter. We did not go into the nursing profession to be recognized. It is our passion that drove us and pushed us to be better and work harder in order to become a nurse. No matter where the nursing path takes you, remember to always leave a positive impact. Growing up, my dad always told me and my siblings that we must return things in a better condition than when we got them. Even though he was mainly talking about tools and other equipment, it's very pertinent to the nursing profession. People come to the hospital sick, and they leave in a better condition most of the time. It is through the care that is provided from the nurses that helps get them there. Physicians may prescribe the orders, but the orders are carried out by the nursing staff. It is the care that nurses provide that help aid the patient's back to health. We are responsible for treating the patient and the patient's response to illness. This is such an important role, and this profession needs to be carried out by the caring and loving individuals each and every one of you are. Nursing school has brought tears, smiles, and memories to all of us. We must remember that the tears have dried, the smiles will fade, but the memories will last a lifetime. I want to congratulate you all for the great accomplishment that we are here for tonight. After all of our hardships and successes, we have finally made it. Congratulations, Ruth S. Coleman, College of Nursing, Class of 2019.
Nice job, Joe. That was awesome. Great job. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates. Assistant Professor Julie LaBianca will announce the names of the Stritch Spring 2019 BS graduates after providing us some information about pinning. Assistant Professor Lauren Gronsky will then assist me in distributing the names. Good evening.
The nursing pin you are about to receive is unique to graduates at Cardinal Stritch University. The pin depicts the university logo adopted in 2012, the year the university celebrated its 75th anniversary. The university logo can be found on the back of your program. The rose window icon resembles the rose window found at the Basilica of St. Clair in Assisi, Italy. The rose window was chosen to honor the university's rich history and the legacy of the Sisters of St. Francis of Assisi, and to convey the historical and religious context of the university. Few of you may know that Cardinal Stritch University was founded in 1932 as St. Clair College. St. Clair has a special meaning for nurses. As a young woman, she visited and cared for the poor and the sick in their homes. Her name means light, which is also a symbol of the nursing profession. The Clare lamp in front of the podium is a gift to the university from the Assisi Pilgrims. And we have it here today to remind us of the Franciscan heritage and values that we hold. Florence Nightingale, founder of modern nursing, walked through dark nursing wards at night with the glowing lamp so that patients would be comforted by the knowledge of her presence. Light represents knowledge, understanding, compassion, and well-being. Each of you will light a candle tonight in honor of St. Clair, Florence Nightingale, the nursing profession, and the university. As a symbol of your completion to the Stritch nursing program and entry into the nursing profession, you will receive your nursing pin. Wear your pin proudly as a sign of your accomplishment as you join the thousands of other Stritch nurses that serve their communities in southeast Wisconsin, throughout the United States, and in countries throughout the world. Wear your pin as a reminder of the special values that make you a part of Stritch nursing. Graduates, please proceed to the stage. Families of those presenting also join your family member, the graduate. Presented by her mother, Laura Marta. Abigail Andre, presented by her husband, Alex Andre.
Tamara Anthony, presented by your best friend and sister, Timon Champion. Elena Claiborne, presented by your sister, Natia Claiborne. Haley Courteau, presented by your grandmother, Clara Carlson. William Potts, presented by your daughter, Mariah Edwards, presented by your mother, Sherry Edwards.
Lisa.
Katie Bolowski, presented by her sister, Kelsey Johnston, and her fiance, Ignacio Baeza. Rebecca Gray, presented by her grandmother, Mary Gray.
Yep.
Jaleesa Hare, presented by her husband Isaiah Hare and her mother Cheryl Hodson. Victoria Hansen, presented by her parents Steve and Faith Hansen. Tawana Harmon, presented by her sister, Ashante Jones, and best friend, Whitney McKinley. Benjamin Hiltz, presented by his father, Steph Hiltz. Maggie Rose Hiltz, presented by her mother, Kathy Hiltz. Angelina Howard, presented by her brothers Lonnie and Samela. Joseph Jerns, presented by his father, William Jerns. Anastasi Kanuni, presented by her aunt and sister, Leah and Sarah Bakea. Mariah Kaler, presented by her father, Tim Kaler. We're out of order. Khadija Dama, presented by her uncle, Mohammed Khalidi. Erica Cromway, presented by her sister, Sierra Cromway. Casey Whitekowski, presented by her mother and father, David and Leanne Whitekowski. Melissa Langer, presented by her husband, Justin Langer, and her grandmother, Agnes Halverson. Brianna Lentz, presented by her cousin, Pamela Miller. Partners can join the graduates who are approaching. Michaela Lopez, presented by her grandmother, Karina Lopez. Melissa Macias, presented by her mother, Gabriela Hernandez. Leah McKinnon, presented by her partner, Ryan House. Carly Mallett, presented by her grandmother, Eva McElhenry. Maria Claudia Marez Trujillo, presented by her mother, Dominga Trujillo. Jacqueline Rose, presented by her goddaughter, Kristen Roach. Santana Moore, presented by her mother, Hester Robertson, and her boyfriend, Corey Harris. Anna Panovich, presented by her mother, Nancy Panovich. Peg Ryan, presented by her mother, Leslie Pearson Rump. Morgan Schmidt, presented by her mother, Stacy Schmidt. Camille Chevlet, presented by her friend, Kate S. Next row. Diane Sojihende, presented by her fiancé, Piotr Porfios. Brianna Spitzer, presented by her parents, Al and Tracy Spitzer. Maria Stampahart, presented by her mom, Diana Stampahart. Christina Trost Esposito, presented by her father and mother, Daniel and Barbara Trost. Amanda Umar, presented by her husband, Daniel Umar. Zachary James Vogt, presented by his fiancée, Izzy Green. Melody Washington, presented by her daughter, Jamia Washington, and son, Dwight Gilbert. Keturah Watson, presented by her mother, Talea Watson, and father, Roy Watson. All right. Hannah Wedley, presented by her stepmom, Sandy Wedley. Emily Zelo, presented by her father, Daryl Zelo. Last but not least, Matthew Zelo, presented by his best friend, Hannah Kogolsko. Stand while the lighting of your candles. Dr. Walker, the Schmitzky, will assist you lighting. No burning the place down.
Turn around, okay, so.
Facial prayers.
Once all of the candles are lit, Angelina Howard will lead us in the nursing pledge.
Yes.
I now invite all graduates and nurses in the audience to stand and recite the nursing pledge with me. That can be found on page 6 in the back of the book. The nursing pledge is on the inside of the cover. I pledge myself before God as a member of the nursing profession and in the presence of this gathering to practice my profession faithfully. I will do my part to maintain and elevate the standards of my profession and to contribute to the betterment of these standards. I will use the knowledge gained in making sound nursing judgments and will be held responsible and accountable not only to myself but to those who are trusted in my care and under my management. Amen. Please be seated.
Thank you, Angelina. I would like to introduce the Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Dan Schultz, with some closing remarks.
Well, good evening, everyone. Isn't this a beautiful ceremony? You know, it's always hard to see the nurses graduate because you may or may not know this, but among the faculty, you are our favorite students. You work so hard, you turn all yours in, you come to class every day. And this is a wonderful class. So really a sincere congratulations from me and heartfelt and from all of the faculty from all 4 colleges. I want to just begin by thank you sincerely for answering this call that the good Lord planted in you many years ago to be of service to others and to really reach out and to heal people. That truly is a ministry and a service to others. You leave Cardinal Stritch University well prepared academically. You know better than I, Joe spoke a little bit to it, about the rigor of the curriculum. You have fared well. You also leave well experientially. All the clinical placements that you've had, you've been discerning your own pathways. And so that's beautiful. As many of you may know, in our Catholic tradition, we have patron saints for virtually every occasion and for every occupation. So you wouldn't be surprised to know that nurses have a patron saint. Her name is Saint Agatha of Sicily, who lived in the 3rd century. She was only 20 years old when she was martyred. And she was martyred because she believed in Jesus. This is a time in history when in the Roman Empire, for the first 300 years, it was illegal to do so. So Emperor Decius, in 251 AD, issued an edict in the Roman Empire to persecute Christians. And there was a certain Roman senator named Quintinius who took advantage of this. He secretly loved Agatha and wanted to marry her. And told her that he would not tell her of her faith in Jesus if she would marry him. And she refused. And for that, he ordered her torture, her mutilation, and her eventual death. St. Agatha became the nurse's patron saint because of her remarkable resilience. Just like St. Agatha, nurses are known to be resilient to hardships. Nurses are respected because they can stand and recover quickly from hard situations in the name of quality patient care. You are strong because you don't have any other choice but to be strong. My prayer for you this evening is to live out your call to nursing with steadfast resilience. You have indeed been given a splendid gift from God, the gift of resilience. Use this gift in service to others. Once again, congratulations, nurses.
I too have some closing remarks for our graduates. We're getting near the end. It's in big font, just a couple of pages of notes, okay? For those of you that don't know, here at Cardinal Stritch University, we embrace and live 4 core Franciscan values. Those are creating a caring community, reverencing creation, making peace, and showing compassion. And that one's going to come into play in just a moment. I wanted to make my remarks to you guys meaningful. So what I did over the past few weeks in clinical is I asked our patients what to them makes an exceptional nurse. And what do you think they said? Not a single patient said they want somebody that knows everything or that is very knowledgeable. This is what they told me. They wanted you to be happy. They wanted you to smile. They wanted you to slow down, be present, have a willingness to listen. One of the patients said to me, your student listened to the stories about my grandchildren. She said, I mean, he really listened. So they know when you're listening and when you're thinking about something else. They want you to be caring and sincere, and they want you to show compassion and have heart. So I thought that was very interesting that those are the values that's going to elevate you from being a good nurse to that exceptional nurse. And what a better place to have learned those values than here at Stritch. I then asked the nurses for their advice for you. And they had some different thoughts on that. They said, don't be afraid to ask questions. Stay calm. Listen to your gut. Be nice. Be a team player. And my personal favorite, bring food. So in conclusion, I wrote you all a little poem. We gather tonight to celebrate this bunch who are excited to be done, I have a hunch. They started their journeys coming from many different places to learn about the body, medications, and homeostasis. They read textbooks and learned skills. I have to put this to where? IVs in the arms and shots in the derriere. You've laughed and you've cried, at times wanting to give up. Studying for hours, coffee, I'm on my 8th cup. 585 hours, and that is the truth of it, you guys. 585 hours of just clinical time allowed you to graduate, be here, and hear this silly grind. Disorders of the body, the heart, lungs, intestines, and eye. You were quizzed on them all, but select all that apply. Your job is not done. You have one more huge test. When that is completed, only then can you rest. The best advice I have for you, you now will be told, treat every patient like family with your stretched hearts of gold. Go out, save lives. Around the world you'll disperse, but wear your pin with pride because you are a stretch nurse. And now we have a very, very special treat. I'd like to introduce Matthew Zelo, a member of the graduating class. He will be singing our closing prayer for us tonight, and he will be accompanied by Sterling Biggers, who was actually his 5th grade teacher.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. This concludes the May 2019 pinning ceremony. Please remain seated for the recessional. I invite you all to take part in refreshments right outside this room in the promenade following the recessional. Thank you.
Yeah, it was.